Let's get it going. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. God bless you all. Let this thing bang, bang, bang. Turn it up if you can. Let's go. Bam. Like, who are we? We're the lifers, baby. Represent. Shout out to each and every one of you for being here. Shout out to everybody sharing your most amazing asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. Welcome to the show. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, day, afternoon, night, no matter where you are in the world. First thing we're going to do is put that lemon into the water and get ready for Sunday night. One of the most amazing streams we do every single week here. Shout out to all the awesome people. Shout out to Crypto Billy, Love Learning, Crypto Bear Baker, Bacon the Bears, as he says. Shout out to Joe Custer, Lifer Adam, Isha Capital, Ryan, Mike Bryant, Sees the Day, Chiago, Darth Dude 73, Joe Pierre is man, Joao Perez, we love you, brother. Bobby Vasi, my man. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Love learning, we love you. Let's get those banging beats back up in order here. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I'm going with that dark trap tonight. Just how I'm feeling, you know what I mean? Beautiful day with the kids. Took them to the beach. Had a good time. Let's break down Bitcoin like we do every single Sunday night. First thing I'm going to do is just be nice and do the temporary idea for Bitcoin. If you're in a trade, thinking of getting into a trade, messing around on Sunday night into Monday morning with low liquidity on a summer night, August 6th. All right, 1 week from now will be the 13th. Let me not get ahead of myself. It's 8:13 right now. Almost read the time as the date, as that's ever happened to you. But 8:13 at 8:06. So let's take a look here. This morning, I suggested Bitcoin would end up inside the green box and be somewhat sideways and absolutely do nothing. We were somewhere around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, about 10 hours. And we would come up, sit in the green box, and do absolutely nothing. Even with a weekly close, there would be very little volatility for Bitcoin. All right, so what do I see happening for bitty Bitcoin? Well, it attempted to break the local resistance at 29,150, but it was just a fake out, break back down. There was a nice little gap of the VRV peasy here. See that gap? That gave us a nice little pump, but we got rejected by the high volume node, and all of this nice chop here back to the downside, back inside the pattern. So it looked like we were breaking outside of a ascending triangle, but we did not. All right. This in and of itself is looking somewhat kind of diamondy, right? Could get a diamond out of there in a way, but whatever. I'm not going to go that far with you. Some things I keep to myself because it gets out of control. If I showed you every little thing that I let fly inside my brain that I keep as TA, most people wouldn't be able to handle it. So I can't, I just can't do that. So a bit of a falling wedge here. How I look at these is I look at them on the smaller time frames to make some judgment. I'm going to get rid of my green box, but everyone sees that price action is where it's a pretty big green box. I gave myself, I'll shrink them down next time. I get it. But I did say we'd be sideways and likely in the green box. We're sideways and likely inside the green box. What more could I do for you? You know what I mean? What more can I say? It is what it is. All right. So shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each. I'm doing this because I'm looking at the lighting again. I'm like, I'm going to figure it out. Anyway, so what I like to do sometimes is put it in the falling wedge like so. Nasty drop down, wicked back up, liquidations, came back up, falling wedge still inside the falling wedge, still a falling wedge that wants to break to the upside. 7-minute is oversold with a push. We got volatility. I wouldn't be surprised if we did get the pump. This is just a measured move, the length of the base of this back to the upside, back to resistance really at 29,200. I'm not saying that's guaranteed to happen. I'm just showing you that there's probably a 68% chance we do break out. That's a falling wedge, and you're pushing up on the stochastics RSI to the upside. We'll look at BOOKMAP, see if it gives us, like BOOKMAP might have a huge order right here at 29.2, right? Now we can clearly see local resistance is now 2150, and then these hills, 1, 2, this wick here, 29,350. Like, then it's 29,500. There's a bunch of areas we have to break above before we can keep it moving. So, Bitcoin pretty flat on the weekly close. Happy Sunday, Folios, dropping bars. These last two beats. What's the word? Shout out to Stack Big Change in the house. God bless you, brother. You could call the box yellow. Some people said green, yellow, whatever. It's green to me, so leave me be. Let me stay in my green zone. The knowledge of the lesson Sam gives makes you a better person in trades, decisions, and getting gains in the right way of the lifers. There's a thing there. See how I can't read it? In the right way of the lifers. Shout out to PS5, Future of Gaming. We love you. I'm glad you got to learn kind of like the essence and the vibration I was putting down. You picked up exactly what I was putting down, and you went right into that zone, man. God bless you. Thank you for being part of the family. Thank you for always supporting me. Thank you for always giving back that love and that support, because that's what keeps me going at the end of the day. That love and that support is what I live for. So 30,000 big buy sell order up here. 29.5 suggests we can get a little bit of a move to 29.5. You know, nothing crazy at 29.350 like we were looking at, but it does suggest there's some liquidity up here. It's bigger, it's thicker than down here. They're both pretty balanced, you know. So it's saying, hey, we still got that 28.5 order. He has not left, but these orders up here are bigger. Usually when I see orders this red and thicker, and this one right there, it's a little closer than that. Just a little bit, not much. And about the same. It's straddled, but it's still a darker red, a little closer. And it's a lone order. Suggests we can get sucked up to 29. Wow. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Thank you so much for the love. I appreciate that. And there's the balls in the jar. Appreciate you for throwing some balls in the jar, man. God bless you. Thank you for doing that. Lifer Army, baby, always with the lifers. Amen. Top tier, upper echelon equals Sam, Indian, Indie Rock Crypto, my man. God bless you, brother. It could go up, it could go down, or neither. Brian Varney. Hey, you never know. This chart, it's actually different. I mean, this says there's a 68% chance it breaks back to the upside and gets rejected, though, by 29.210. Stochastics are low. They want to make a move to the upside. So let's see what happens, but 50 minutes suggests a move. God bless you. Thank you for the new subscriber and donating the $1.99. God bless you, Lazaro Alberto. Thank you for jumping on in. And let's take a look at these fan funds. I appreciate the fan fundings. $4.99 from Miguel Morales. Celebrate the first super chat from Miguel. Lazaro, thoughts on Biconomy? Good hold. I've never heard of it, man. So I can't tell you whether it's a good hold or not. I'll take a slight look at it, I guess, and give you my opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say and do should be taken as financial advice. And you got to figure out your own do your own due diligence before getting into any project, coin, or trade. It's got good liquidity. It's on Coinbase, Kraken, Binance, right? You name it, it's everywhere. Sushi Swap, 23 cents, $46 million market cap. Multi-chain relayer protocol that aims to improve the user onboarding transaction experience on decentralized dApps. Protocols onboard users without paying gas fees. Users can pay gas fees in ERC20 token of their choice. Biconomy focused on transaction management and gas optimization and can reduce gas costs up to 40%. I like that. I like what it does, considering I've dealt with high gas fees and left, and it's BICO. I know I've traded BICO before. I just never looked at it or found out what it did. Superpowers for your Web3 stack. Interesting. BICO. Right. Thank you again, boom, 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 for the donations. May God bless you for the love. We appreciate you. It's a little loud on those, actually. Okay, let's take a look here at BICO. I know I've traded it before. I've seen it on, in my trading docket. There it is on KuCoin. It's also here on MEXC. Huge pump. And then the last few hours just been coming back to the downside. It is revisiting the Fibonacci. Interesting. 4 hour getting oversold. 22. And look, pump up to the 200 SMA when they're tight. You see that? And then the continued up, it came back down. The liquidity is really low for this. You want to hold this long term? Honestly, I don't know. It's completely up to you. Once it gets back above this resistance, it could nicely gap back. So once it gets back above 26, it can probably gap up. For me, I'm just looking for some swings. It can gap up to 42. That would be nice. I wouldn't hold this long term, but you do whatever makes you happy. You know what I mean? I don't know enough about the coin. It doesn't speak to me. I don't know about the founders, and I like what it's doing, and I could be wrong. Watch it be huge one day, and I'll eat my words. Who knows? Right now, it's not on my radar. Maybe with more research and me really deep diving, I'll find a way to like this coin. There. Wow, YGG just keeps putting that. Someone talked about it on our right here, down here, asked us about it. Do you like it? You like it? And look, this thing just keeps mooning. Just doesn't stop. Like, it's out of control. Like, look at this on the daily, just completely from 17 all the way to 67 at one point, and it's sitting at 56. It's yield games. We used to trade this back in the day, way back in here, like before it was even on KuCoin, or when it first got on KuCoin. Yield Guild Games getting a huge pump back to the upside, breaking these highs. Bit of kind of a cup and handle, almost kind of a double bottom with a lower low though. But getting a huge pump back to the, I wouldn't touch this thing. I'd be drawing fibs now and looking for retracements back to the 21-day moving average and the, you know, the 0.5 Fibonacci, right? So 0.65 and all that. But wow, what a pump for YGG. I was wondering if XDC could get back in the mix at one point. Daily starting to get oversold again. Let's take a look. I must have hit everything. I don't want to hit everything. So it's funny, the daily is looking weird on the MACD, but okay on the Stokes. I take the Stokes over the MACD every day of the week. I'll tell you that right now, you know. You can see this falling wedge broke out technically, making a flag, right? And it has a resistance here. And even if you pull a fib, I mean, that's a 786 retracement. Look at that. Boom. It's pretty crazy. Life or Friend class. If you took the class of Life or Friend, same idea right there. You know what I mean? See what I do and we're doing the same thing, just bigger and smaller ideas, or implemented with more, you know, more high leverage with risk management. And, you know, one is everything we teach is TA. You can tweak the TA to do all different types of strategies, which is the beautiful thing about technical analysis. Shout out to anyone that took the class today. I hope you had a blast with my man Justin, Life or Friend, and you enjoyed yourself. All right. Might make more of a falling wedge here, but I like what I'm seeing just for some consolidation. As long as it stays back above 66 or 68, you know, 068, this thing has chances of a bigger moves to the upside. XDC is on my radar for sure. I just put alerts on these and I watch them closely. I don't go too crazy Sunday night into Monday due to the volatility for Bitcoin. Right now it's pretty flat though, and some altcoins have been fun. Looks rare, just pump. Like, see, you just find these flags. Find these little flags, touch the 21, they get love. HBAR. Let's talk about our baby Caspa, because everyone wants to know. I mean, price discovery is going to continue to pump. What's happening? I see this little flag here. I see the 15-minute curving back. All right. I see the 1 hour aggressively turning to the upside. It already broke out in my humble opinion. I see this continuing. Very close to its all-time high again. This thing at 5055. And the Caspa bags continue to grow. I told you about them. I talked about buying Caspa up, getting into Caspa early. And yeah, it's not like every single coin out there is amazing, but Caspa was really the one that paid, right? And Caspa was amazing to have in the docket. So, Caspa, baby, Caspa. Gotta love having Caspa in the game. So, I love Caspa. I hope you do too. And Caspa continues to pump and do damage. Only reason I'm looking to the right over here is I'm looking at my Caspa bags. If I were to sell all my Caspa bags right now, I've dipped a little bit. They were at 16.2 or something. We're at 15.9, but still a beautiful bag of 314,000 Caspas. And each of you helped me make it because you showed up to the live every day and your dedication was my dedication. So honestly, thank everybody that showed up to the live, because each and every one of you showing up helps me show up. And that's why I like showing up. And that's why I like the companies that help me show up, like IRA, ITrust Capital. Get yourself an IRA today. Put a crypto IRA in there, and you can buy and sell cryptocurrencies from their highs to their lows. You can basically reaccumulate. You can get busy with tax-free. Pay no taxes on that. It'll be absolutely amazing. So tax-free on ITrust Capital. Hit the link below or the QR code right there to get into ITrust Capital. You will absolutely love it. I'm telling you right now. Great company to work with, great people to be associated with. I love iTrust Capital. Thank you guys very much. I love y'all. Moving forward. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Do you like me here? I usually am not here, right? I'm usually above the ticker, I just realized. I was making a video and I've been moving myself around. I'm usually right there. I like being planted above the ticker so you can see the ticker. It's up to you guys, though. Y'all tell me. And then my dad, man. Where's my dad? There you go. Shout out to my pops, man. I love you, Dad. Still can't believe that you passed. Like, you'll never believe the day you lose one of your parents. If you've been close to your parents, you'll just never believe it. You'll keep thinking you could call them, keep thinking they're there, keep thinking one day, somehow, some way, and then you'll have to say, no, man. That's it. My dad has passed. Made me a tougher man. Nobody to cry to. I hear my dad inside, and he says, now you know how... I hear him, and he goes, now you know what it meant for me to be a real man. I hear my dad, and he goes, now you really know what it means. Because there's things that me and my dad could share that I can't share with anyone else. And so they stay with me now. Because I don't trust anyone with them. You know what I mean? I don't trust anyone, no matter what. I mean, me and my dad, I know I could tell my dad anything. He'd never sell me down the river. You know what I mean? So, and if I had anything that happened in my life, man, I could share with my dad, you know? And now it's me. Because, you know, I love my wife. I'll tell her certain things. But me and my dad, a man, you know, and every man knows this, not to offend any woman out there, but the relationship you have with your father will be a sacred one. Most sacred, I mean, your relationship with God, your relationship with your dad, and the relationship with your wife. I mean, they're the three most, and then your kids, I mean, sacred relationship. A man and his father, a son and a father. And, you know, it's funny. It's like, it's almost like now that he's passed it, I go through it, I see him, and I'm like, I see you, Dad. I see you. I know, I get it now. Life, I get how hard life really is. I see what you meant when you were telling me, man, get ready, because it's like through his death, I understand him more, which is weird, right? But through his passing, I understand more of who he was when he was alive. Death did that again for my wife's father too as well. So much is revealed through death. It's very, very interesting, honestly. But look, I can talk about it now without breaking down. It's been 3 months. You know, it's definitely gotten a little easier for me. Some people, you know, other people I've seen, like, they're just like, I got a lot of closure though. And the more I go over it, the more, if my dad had stayed alive, it would have been worse. So would I have rather something worse? I'd probably be crying the other way. You know, so I just keep saying, I just stay close to God and say, dear Lord, thank you for the blessings. You know, Bitcoin dumping right here, trying to get low. 5 minute wants to point to the downside. You're getting punched right now. And we're getting some dumpage, some liquidations here. You know, I guess a little bit of divergence right there, but not a lot. You had this slat divergence earlier too. That low on the divergence was 29.36. Will you punch through that low again? Looks like you may. Price action is absolutely horrible. I'm going to lie to you and tell you it isn't. It's absolutely horrible. It's disgusting. You probably just spit out your coffee or your drink, right? You're like, life is ridiculous. I'm being honest. You know, I'll tell you when it's amazing, when it's not. I'm not going to BS you. You know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, we're inside a diamond. We're about to make or break this diamond pretty soon. I'll tell you that right now. Right? And just because they break up 68% of the time doesn't mean we're going to break up on this one. More of a chance that because we broke inside, we reverse back to the upside. 4 hour is pointing to the upside. All right? And then you got this kind of going for us. So you got a falling wedge that wants to break to the upside. 4 hour looking okay. But you gotta punch through 29.8. And these two here, this wick, and like I just keep talking about this level and this level. Once we get above 30,400, that's the weekly support and resistance. All is okay. And we've been hugging the fact that we got divergence on the 4 hour. Sorry, price action was just so whack. I had to like slow it down and clean it up again. You know what I mean? And kind of bring us back down to some type of, you know, see it for what it is type of stuff, right? And levels that need to be flipped for BTC. And if we lose this level, we already dropped to the lows though. And we are making a higher low right now. Tell me that we're gonna punch off that region, but The idea is if we lose this low, this wick low to 28.6, I mean, there's a gap there, and we fall to 27.4. You see that? That's your next, you get your little range there at 28,000, but then it's 27.4, and then there's some range-bound area there, and then we'll start talking about 25.6. So, again, these are the levels to watch. I'm not saying we're going to go through them all like that. And I keep keeping you calm by keep pointing out that we're above the 200 on the daily. We're well above the 200 on the 3-day chart. And price action did get a golden cross. Right? And that brings me to Bitcoin. On the weekly candle close. Let's take a look at Bitcoin in the weekly candle close, shall we? Like we do every single Sunday night. And that's why we have Sunday night. That's what Sunday night's for. All the other things are extra. If I go over an altcoin, if I hook you up, if I talk, if I say anything else, it's all extra. This is just Bitcoin in the weekly candle close, everybody. So let's take a look at what happened. We opened at 29,280 and 41 cents. The high was 30,033, even. Pretty weird. The low was 28,477.00. The candle would close at $20,041.40.01. So it would open at 29,280. It would close at 29.40. All right. I mean, it would go down $240 on the week. All right. That was it. Down 0.8%. So the bulls didn't win. The bears barely won. We did drop through this gap once we lost this point of control. Just like the VRVP says, we came back to the high volume node. We're fighting this area if we lose it. And so I'm just showing you the weekly support and resistance right there was this key area, all right, is at 29,300. We got to get back above that area, and look, as we lose 29,000 right now, then you got 30,300, those two wicks, right, those two candles right there. And here you do have a candle open close. So and that's an area to watch at 28.4. And you have these two candles here. And even the third one on the left there, even that one there. And that's a major, these are very strong at 28,000. So you break that, we're talking 27. And these are your weekly supports. Okay. A lot of wickage, a lot of weird action here. All right. And if you look at the weekly stochastics, yeah, they're turning, but they could flip back up. They're kind of an indecision, though. I'll give you that. And one thing that we have discussed many times on the channel that we must go over is the bearish divergence here. If I go from candles to candles, sorry, I was quick on that line. Candle to candle there, and this here, that's a downtrend while that's an uptrend, which tells me that, we're in some trouble here on the weekly. The weekly could see more downside. Shout out to the 452 people on the live. 215 likes, $10 in chat revenue. God bless each and every one of you for being here. I can't believe 452 beautiful souls are on the live stream tonight on a Sunday night. All right. I mean, next, once we get into the fall, we're going to have Sunday night football. We're going to battle through that. I fight through all these sport channels for my viewership, but you know what? It's worth it. I love you all. You're all great people. You make this a labor of love that, honestly, most people would never understand, but I believe you guys, each and every one of you understands. Because at one point, it's not about the money. It's about the legacy. It's about, honestly, if I can say this without, I get off on the fact that other people can learn from me. And that other people can get out of a rut with me. Or that other people can fight through their negativity with me. Or that other people can find that life's not as bad as they thought it was through me. Or people can reconnect to God through me. Or people can find their light, love, and happiness and then begin to kind of grow and channel it to somebody else. If we all save one person in our lives, or as many people as we can, how great would the world be, right? So we still got this bearish divvy, and a lot of people say, well, bearish divergence played out, and we had resistance here, and you wicked right to the resistance on the 3-day chart. 3-day chart still in a flag that could break all the way up to 36,200. 3-day still looks bullish to me with a golden cross. You know, until we really start to drop. And at the end of the day, low, high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. I mean, until you break this low here, till you come down and decisively close candles down here and make this, and then SR flip it down. I mean, then we go down. I will flip bearish at that point. I will start talking about 20,000, 19,000, 17, you'll hear 17. Yeah, I'll start looking for ranges. We'll also break below the 200 SMA. So trust me, if there's bearish money to be made, we'll be able to find it here in this channel. And we're going to be some of the first people to pay attention to it. I'm not going to always be bullish, but it has to be this way. I know exactly how to flip bearish and exactly when to do it if indeed we do need to do that. So I gotcha. And I'm not going to take my eye off the charts. Every 5 hours, I'm going to be on these charts. It does not matter. So I love you all. I know you got it. I know I got it. And together we make the crypto livers, baby. And, you know, we got it like that. So shout out to everybody kicking it with me. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. I'm in MX token. I told you about this, baby. And we want to see if it can make that gain. 3-day chart getting a little towards the end. We want that pump, though. 22 kind of got extended. Daily still good with sideways price action. We're in the money at 276. But overbought again on that 1 hour and just not getting that love. A little bit of a dolphin dip down. We wanted to get even further down. Yeah, you could say you came to the trend line, though. You're just getting tighter and tighter in the zone. It's got this flat top. Still a bit of an ascending triangle sitting in there. They're going to make me work for this one. It's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's been like 2-3 days of just complete sideways price action. First got on here, came out, got out with tiny profit. Limp, got back in. Now we're in profit again, but we'll see. It's not huge, you know. Big position too, so I'm swinging big bags on this one. We'll see what happens. I got an alert on it. We're tight in the channel. You know, and I'm just showing you what I've been in, you know. Bitcoin getting a nice slam to the downside here on the 1 hour time frame. Look, the 1 hour is pointing down nicely. Just wants to dump. It's kind of an M, and look, you're at resistance yet again. So kind of a shoulder, a head, and some shoulders. If anything, it looks like you'll come down here, hit here. You might wick down, come back up, and like hang out right there. Where do I see us tonight, tomorrow when I show up in the morning? Or when I even do my morning update? I believe we've fallen down a little bit, slightly recovered, and we're, again, in the yellow box, someone said, and we're in this yellow box with the green tinge, or we're in the yellow box, right? But the stochastics still want to reset. 15-minute are attempting to save the day. They're oversold, but I mean, I don't see any real strong bullish divergence. I don't see any good market structure that's saying, hey, I'm just going to stop, you know? And remember, descending triangle, like we have bearishness here. It's a bit of a flat bottom, and that's coming down in. I mean, that's a descending, that's a bearish signal, and they drop really fast to the downside. So I'm more bearish than bullish right now based on this idea and based on what I'm seeing on the 1 hour, okay? See if we can stay inside the diamond. It would be awesome if we could respect the diamond. Maybe we just go sideways. All right, I'll switch up my stance. Tomorrow we go side. I mean, you can see how the bears won't even do it, like, because there's not enough volatility maybe for them. So we just go sideways, up, down, up, down, up, down, and we end up somewhere in here. Got to make sure it makes sense in the 1 hour. Like we have 10-hour candles. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. But I still feel pretty bearish for tonight. I don't like to trade Sunday night into Monday morning. I believe it takes away a bit of an edge and causes volatility that you don't need. But if you feel the need to open up a trade, I see more bearishness than bullishness. Stop loss above the 200 SMA on the 1 hour time frame. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. You would have to figure out your own strategy and what you want to do. But that's what I'm seeing for BTC. So not in love with the market there. Let's take a look at the S&P futures, ES1. They've taken a bit of a hit, right? Fell out of this bullish megaphone that we had run. Make it a very strong bullish divergence though on the 1 hour time frame. You see that? As you get this sharp swing up on the S&P. You get this sharp swing up on the S&P here on the 1 hour. And you get a sharp swing down, which tells you, I mean, you should get a reversal from that for sure. You're in a bit of like a falling wedge here that could break on out too as well. It's interesting. Coming down to retest this previous resistance level. And there was a bearish div that you play out to right there. Now you want the hidden bullish on the 4 hour. I was about to say, this is where I usually see hidden bullish. And look, swing up to swing up, swing down to swing down. That's hidden bullish, tells us that the trend will continue to the upside. Usually what you're going to make is something, maybe something like this, some ascending triangle, come up, come down, go tighter, and eventually make a move. I'm looking for a pump for the S&P back to the upside here, like this. That's what I'm looking for the S&P. Trying to find green, but I'm so colorblind. I'm looking for the S&P to make a bounce back to the upside here based off this hidden bullish. It might drop a little more to 4453, but so far holding 45. Interesting. Pocket network was just on my radar as a long-term accumulation possible. This thing's just hitting the bottom of the zone. So nasty. Pocket. I like the coin. I've researched it. It's on my radar. I don't own any. I don't know anything about them. I'm not like connected to them anyway, but Crypto Billy says Doge for our dads. Let's take a look at Doge. I like Doge right now on the daily. I'll give you that right off the bat. Doge on the daily looks nice. I see it in this falling wedge that could break on out. Look at the scoop there on the stochastics. Everything looking pretty nice for Doge. All right. 1 hour, 4 hour need to come back down a little bit. And again, if Bitcoin takes a huge dump, Doge will dump. But I like what I'm seeing for Doge on the daily time frame. All right. Daily looks like it could make a bounce. Previous resistance could be support. If you lose this area, you're going to drop down a little bit. But you stay above here, you come for this point of control, I can see a 30% pump for Doge. And I think we're days away from some type of weird news coming out of X.com and something about Doge coming out. And we know how much he loves his Doge. So something's brewing with Doge, in my humble opinion. I'd definitely start watching Doge for the next 3-4 days. You know, show me the charts and I'll show you the news. Something's brewing with Doge. And usually the last few times we did this, Doge would get up in the news eventually. And we haven't looked at Doge in months. We haven't cared about it. We haven't talked about it on this channel. You know, I'm not saying we don't like, you know, Doge is like a staple of the crypto industry. It's like Doge. But like we haven't spent time really being like, oh, here's a nice swing trade for Doge. Because I hadn't seen one. You know, now I'm starting to see it. And this is a cup and handle too as well. Let's get this situated, right? So we'll see. Only time will tell. I'm self-taught and I do this every day. So you tell me. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live, though. We love you. We care about you and we want you to have a great life like I do. I love my life. I'm thankful for it every single day. My dad passed and I still woke up grateful every day because I know God, he was at 76. Maybe he was 86. You know, my whole point, he could have died at 86. He could have died. At one point, I would have been sad no matter what. Like, I was going to have to man up and learn what loss was. All right? Because I'm a human and all us humans are going to go through it. Every one of us is going to lose our fathers. If we're lucky enough to be close enough to them to love the fact that we lost them, we're blessed. We're blessed. We're blessed. So I realized where my blessings were these last few months. And I really found my place even deeper set in the universe than it was before. My dad made me a warrior. My dad made me a leader. My dad told me to never follow anybody since a young kid. He said, I don't want you to follow. He said, if you get in trouble, I want to make sure you're the one that did it. Never told me not to get in trouble. Funny, he was pretty cool about it. He said, I just want to make sure you did it. If I ever find out you just got in the car or you followed Johnny over here, he said, I want to know you did it. If you're going to get in trouble, you do it. You know, just, you know, if you're going to go down for something you believe in. Basically what he was saying, you know. And, you know, my dad told me things most kids never heard at a young age from their fathers. They didn't. I know that. I was very unique and very special in that My dad would say, hey, listen, if everyone's going that way and you got to go this way, you got to go your own way. I don't care how many people are going that way. So by the age of like 8 or 9, I knew like I didn't follow the herd. And I saw tons of kids they would just do whatever, they didn't know. Their dad didn't tell them that stuff. Sometimes their parents were divorced. They weren't getting that good education. When they were with their dad was trying to make up for lost time. And my dad got to be real, man, and really tell me the facts straight up at a very young age. I believe it's helped all of us because I wouldn't be on YouTube. I wouldn't do the channel. I wouldn't be doing the trading group. I wouldn't do any of that if I didn't have the father I had, because I saw him go his own. I also saw him go his own way. You can tell your kids whatever you want, but they're going to do what they see you do. And when you go your own way, you have your kids grow up and see you have your own business. They're going to want their own business. Shout out to all you beautiful souls out there. Total doing damage. And total could even come lower here and bounce off of 1.07. I'd like to see it stay above the 200 SMA personally. But so far, it's still holding. Look, previous resistance, bounce. Total stays above 1111. It's a great sign. If it loses, it can come bounce. It could even wick below and hit this area. All right. That's the total market cap of all of cryptocurrency. I just want to see it keep inside this structure, stay above these levels that I'm showing you. Basically, this beautiful diagonal trend line and these little support zones on the way down. All right. One man asked about Octaspace on CoinEx. Octaspace on CoinEx. Here we go. Thing is ripping out of control on the daily. Daily's you got to go like a smaller time frame to make some sense of this thing. You could even go even smaller if you had to. All right, so this thing's been pumping. Let's go through its life cycle in a second. So it comes out when? In June 20th. All right, so it's been out not long at all. And it just seems to continue to be on a tear. It's like a Caspa run for whatever reason. Let's see how much it's up. Let's kind of look at this. Wow, it's up 378%. Amazing, pretty impressive. Since July 31st, right? Just 7 days ago. It's up a whopping 86% gains. All right. Now, it seems to like these little flags, right? Every time it makes a bit of a flag, it tends to moon. So like it started with like this little flag here, it was a moon. It started with this flag here, it just like likes the moon. Then it got into this beautiful consolidation. You know what's funny? See this? I just got one of those photographic memories, right? See Akash Network. Just bear with me for a second, but and then you see that? See how close those are? It's funny. Kaz, even that was interesting too. But if you were to take a fractal of this, right? Which I believe is right. Where are the fractals? I feel like they move things around here. They definitely did. Wow, where did they move fractals to? I swear they used to be at the ruler. Not there. They weren't in T. No, they were down here somewhere. Wow. I must have left it here at one point. Bars pattern. Wow, I never did that. I never there we go. So just see that. Isn't that interesting? Hold on one second. It's doing something funny. So look how similar. I mean, it's bugging me out, but sorry. mean, it's such a similar consolidated pattern. Why is it so so sensitive today? Usually not that sensitive. Well, I'm gonna have to just anyway. But you can just see it comes down, big arch. Then has this arch, right? It's just so similar. Anyway, sorry. So you just triggered my brain. Good job triggering my photographic memory. Anyway, so I live in patterns and shapes. And look, the base of that triangle is your pump, right? I'm just going through these motions here with this coin. When it initially pumped up on this wick, we could have taken a fib here from entry. It definitely came down. You could even take it from this. I would take it from that impulse, and it wicked pretty close. If you even take it from secondary impulse, you have the 786. But I would take it from right there. You could even hit the 786 right there, golden pocket till you broke out again. Then it seemed to have made a falling wedge kind of here. Broadening falling wedge that it broke out of. It pumped. I guess you could say the length of this was your Elliott in a way. Because you're a wave one. So, what now? I mean, it's getting far apart of the moving averages, which tells me that it's going to want to make a dump. But it's consolidating here too, so high risk. Anything could happen with this. It's got such momentum. Chances there's a trade right here like this. Coming for 30%. But it's also, you also have to be very, very careful. It's high risk, right? I got, some bearish divergence. The bearish divergence isn't too bad. I'd look for this to possibly break out on the 1 hour. This looks like it could pump on the 1 hour time frame. It's gonna come off the reg and try to hit out of this. It's gonna break out. The safe, I guess, the safest play. Aggressive entry is right now. That's the aggressive entry, right? I'm an aggressive trader. I make aggressive entries. Safest play is the comes out and retests or retest. You know what I mean? You just get less pump out of that. That looks like it could make a move. But whatever makes you happy, Casper Max. I don't know. I'm not a financial advisor. Tomorrow might be crazy Monday, fake outs, bear flag, but Diamond probably shows upside. Lots of conflicting signals. Real talk. Stand tall in the pain above yours like a man and be able to live your decisions. The heart don't pump. No Kool-Aid. I love you, man. Shout out to Stack, man. BTC is going to stay in the flag and get closer to the end of the diamond. I believe so. Blockchain bets, BCB. We've been kind of trading this coin on and off now, which is interesting. And remember, I put this double bottom up. It's been pumping so far. We haven't lost. This trade hasn't hurt us yet. The fib looks nice that I drew as well. All right. You're climbing up fibs. And you're starting to consolidate pretty nicely. 4 hour could make a pop. So I'd watch for this. The last time we put it out, we hit our gain. It Fibonacci retraced. Previous support became resistance. It double bottomed. Showing signs that people like to buy it at that level, like it has a value. And possible another pump coming for BCB. Daily looking good. 22 hour could flip. 4 hour in position. Bottom of the channel near the 200 SMA. And we'll outlast them all, right? Every one of them. We're just going to keep streaming through. Years from now, you're going to remember the old streamers that I used to stream with, and then the new streamers will come in, and I'll just keep streaming. It'll be 10 years from now. I'll keep streaming. Playing many swing trades on alts up to the 200 SMA one day. Thank you, Sammy. God bless you, brother. Your TA gives me light. Spread the life of love. Amen, man. Wow, the sky just fell out over here, man. Happens all the time. Straight cold. Sammy in the zone. SHIB might have a bullish double bottom on the 5-minute. SHIB's been interesting to me. I will give that to you. SHIB has been interesting. Better than normal. We were looking at it in this bigger wedge that broke out, right? And we call that little ascending triangle. To me, it's just too far away from that 21 on that daily. And it's getting rejected by the what? The 200 SMA. SHIB's got to flip the 200 SMA. You know, but I believe it will continue to climb. And it looks very similar like that is your bottom on that daily divergence. Locally, like you're going to continue to climb up after that. At least get back above that 1164 level before we have to kind of, you know. Let's take a look at some of the 3S tokens. Is it time to short? Phantom USDR, USDT, sorry. I like them USDR coins. So this is getting oversold. It has the 200 below it, which is somewhat of a sign. If Bitcoin makes that dump, right, you're at least going to get the Phantom 3S token to pump up to the upside here for some little gains. I mean, 50%, even if it just is the top of the channel, you're looking at 28% gains. I mean, I'm not saying that's going to happen for sure. Let's take a look at our 4 hour. 4 hour is probably, yeah. Doesn't look the worst, you know. So you got Bitcoin in indecision. And looking more bearish because it can't get it back above previous levels. And it keeps making lower lows. Like you're looking, you know. So Bitcoin at 29,040 holding. Nothing really happening tonight. Pretty square on a Sunday night. All right. This is Sunday trading. You know what I mean? You check in with your trade. You set your alerts. I still look at the market every single day. I still took my man Master Friends class. I still grind, I still learn, I still find another way to trade, you know? But I do peel time away from my kids who are gonna be out of school for only a few more weeks, right? Only one more month until they go back to school. Only one more month now, right? I feel like my daughter just got out of school. It was like, I think they went to like, I think they go to June 6th where my daughter goes, June 5th or something like that. June 3rd, very early, you know? But it's been 2 months. She's already been out of school for 2 months. The summer has flown by. And it's been these little sections. My wife's like, we're going to go here for 2 weeks. Then I'm going to go over there for a week while you go there for a week. Then I'm going to come back. Then you're going to go over there. Then we're going to go over here. And we keep sectioning off the summer. And now we're back to like our last trip coming up again. Blessed that we had so many places to go and we did so many fun things. It's been an amazing, amazing summer. Kids here go back tomorrow. Kids here go back tomorrow in Southern. What do you mean go back? They go back tomorrow in August? What? Whoa. What, they get out in May or something? It's like a different summer? Because because you guys have different weather? South Carolina back to school guide? August 6th, what? Babe! In South Carolina, the kids go back to school like this week. Why do they do that? It gets too hot, right? They got to change it up. Our school has already started. What? Really? Really? See, for a kid from the East Coast, like, August is my month. Like, for them to tell me to go to school in August would freak me out. Like, you guys are giving me, like, you guys are freaking me. No, you guys are real. I'm like, I'm in South Carolina too. Can confirm kids go back Tuesday. Georgia started. Indiana. Why do they go back? I never knew this. We homeschool. Learning never ends. I like that. God bless you. We were talking about that today with my wife. We may do the same. August 17th. Why do people go back to school so early? When do they get out then? My kids go back on Thursday. When do they get out of school then in South Carolina? When do they get out of school? Like, what does the school year consist of then? I could not imagine going back to school in the month of August, man. Hey, Sam, can you look at BCH for me? God bless you, brother. Been with the group for 3 months and love it. Keep up the good work. Mr. Z, thank you so much for giving me feedback about being in the group. I love when people tell me they've been in the group and they send in a $20 super chat Canadian. God bless you, brother. Thank you for the love. When the heck did they start holidays? June 1st week, right? I think it's because they miss so many days for rain. They send them home for a hangnail. Really? Are you serious? Florida has always been August to May. Interesting. August, so they get out. Wow. Lifer in them. No, I went to a public school from 7th to 12th grade, man. You know what I mean? In Boston, you know, my kids don't go back to August 26th. We used to start going around August 12th. Here in Boston, you don't go, even in the public school. Public school goes from like September 5th or 8th to like June 30th. And the private schools usually get out like the first week of June, like June 3rd or 4th. You know, they just get out like 30 days less. My kids will go back, yeah. They go out May. Miami, we end in June. Wow, y'all get hit too hard, man. Anyway, another person homeschools. How many people here homeschool? Can you teach us how? In Vegas, we always went back second week of August when I was growing up. Damn, man. I can't believe that, because as a kid, like, I was like, all right, 1 month left of summer right now. And to think I had to go back to school the second week of August is like I don't even know I'm not a kid anymore. I never have to go back to school. But this information is like giving me like post-traumatic stress for some reason. I'm like, going back to school in August, like August is my time, you know? I'm an aggressive trader. Sometimes we used to miss a lot of school time because of hurricane season. You guys are just smarter. Florida, you know, they got us drinking the water, man, you know. We do split homeschool and co-op mix. Interesting. I would hate to go in May, though. Funny. Shoot, we would already had over a month of football practice. Funny. Up north, it's always after Labor Day. Exactly. Up north, Labor Day, baby. Everything is Labor Day, Memorial Day. Like, we got our things. You know what I mean? Anyway. Y'all don't want to talk about the schools. Shout out to the 295 likes, 435 people on the live, $42 in chat revenue. May God bless each and every one of you for being here. Seems like they keep making it earlier. Like we won't notice. School started last Thursday in Tucson. Wow. And you're telling me that, is that Nervos? Isn't CKB Nervos? Doing a little bit of a rip easy. I mean, it's got an Adam and Eve here. Adam and Eve double bottom. That thing will pump. Very likely to pump. I would watch that. I love this pattern, and this pattern just gives you gains. It will give you usually the length of the base here out of the neckline. So a lot of times it makes like a little cup and handle flag around the neckline too. Interesting. My kids go less than I did in the same school. Football teams in Texas already practicing. They love their football, man. That's all they do out there. Out there, bro. Out there. Let's take a look at Bitcoin Cash BCH, baby, on KuCoin. I've been watching it in this falling wedge, all right? Below the 200 SMA, not a good sign. More downside could definitely ensue. You want to be pulling a Fibonacci here and probably coming back down to the 618 Fibs. You know, 2-day did get pummeled back down, which is a good sign. The bigger time frames beginning to reset. The 3-day chart is my go-to. I see a golden cross coming. We may not get all the way down to the 618, and I do feel like eventually this is going to get another pump. Getting that on that big exchange, that EDX exchange with Fidelity, right, and Citadel is going to propel it to the upside. Being Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, not a lot of options there, and big money want to get in and kind of diversify a little bit. So, Render looks like a great pattern on the 1 hour. What are your thoughts on USA women's soccer team? Didn't they lose by like a centimeter or something? Soothing Music. Is that International Silver String Submarine Band playing, bro? How did you know? How did you know? It's exactly what it was. That's amazing. You have the ears of an elephant. This is called In Her Place by Dama Beats. I don't want to be thought of sexist. That's just the name of the song. All right, I'm not trying to put anyone in her place. Don't forget, Uma is currently in accumulation. Nades, my plan, my son is autistic and homeschooling would be so much better for him. Greg, we love you, man. And may I pray for everything you go through, brother. If crypto pumps like they say, I'm hoping my wife can quit working and homeschool the kids. But as of now, I'm not financially possible. Bitcoin got a dump right before they announced the ETF approval so institutions can load up. You never know. I'm open-minded. I look at the charts. Yeah, you take a big hit financially on homeschooling. We spend a lot of legal compliance and curriculum, but it is value in teaching your kids things not taught at schools, such as logic. We need some Miles Davis. Hello, everyone. Hope everyone is well. Shout out to Sam and all the lifers. Yeah, I remember schooling starting after Labor Day up at NYC. Yep. I don't know why, but I can't stand that coin. BCH, straight garbage. I mean, Bitcoin Cash, right? Roger Ver, remember that? You call me Bcash. You call it Bcash one more time, and I'm out of here. I made millions of dollars before I ever got into crypto. The guy's like, so? Like, nobody cares. Like, we're not trying to, like... So funny. He's like, so if I call it Bcash... He's like, I think Bcash is cool. I think it sounds nice. The funniest video ever, man. Have you ever seen the Bcash video? So funny. I might have to pull it up. I just don't know if I can. That's the only thing. You know, infringements. But it's so funny.
You are a cheerleader of Bcash, so people point at you as somebody that would be the source.
Continue insulting me. I'm not interested in continuing on this. It's Bitcoin Cash. Get it straight, and if you do that again, I'm going to end the interview because I'm not interested in being insulted. Okay, I'm promoting Bitcoin Cash.
It's not an insult. Why do you have to take it personally? It's just a name. I actually like it better.
Here, I'm being insulted. I don't need to be insulted by you. I have enough money. I was a self-made.
I think Roger's cool. I just
before
think
I ever got involved in Bitcoin. I don't need to have my buttons pushed by people like you on the internet. It's Bitcoin Cash.
Roger, the only reason you want to call it Bitcoin Cash is because you want to co-opt the brand.
I think Bitcoin Cash has a more legitimate claim to being the Bitcoin that was outlined in the Bitcoin.org website at this point. So yes,
this always makes me laugh.
And personally, you want people to think that it's Bitcoin.
It's Bitcoin. Read my lips.
It's not, though.
It's Bitcoin Cash.
It's
the amount that you may have spent on Bcash. You're going to have more.
I would like an apology at this point. It's not Bcash. It's Bitcoin Cash.
Look, it's what I call it. I'm not doing it on purpose. It's just so easy. It's a nice name. Okay. It really is.
This interview is over. I don't need to be insulted. I was a self-made millionaire before I even got involved in Bitcoin. Now I have even more money.
Who cares if you're a millionaire? It has nothing to do with anything.
I don't need to be insulted by some person on the internet. What's your gross annual revenue for Exotica?
None of your business.
Isn't it? Less than $1 million, huh?
It has nothing to do with this conversation.
Gross annual revenue is less than $1 million, so that means you don't know how to run a successful business. Of course, we do more than $1 million in sales.
Bitcoin is not a business, Roger. We're not running a business here. Bitcoin is changing money. It's decentralized.
Better.
You're the same comment. I think that there are only 3 people that want to call Bitcoin Cash. You and Jahan and your sock puppets, okay? Because there's nobody else.
I've never hired a single sock puppet. I don't need to be insulted.
Oh, I love that one, man. That will always get me going. Sorry, David had to bring up Bitcoin Cash and the whole thing, and I just, whenever I need a laugh, I don't know why that will always get me going. I guess I'm a nerd, man. Oh, man. Are you planning on getting any Taylor Swift tickets for the wife and kids? No, we don't do that. We've voiced our concerns about now we can take action with Aries, a tropical. Interesting. Apologize for being behind. Lightning knocked out the power. Hey, man, it's not your fault. You're not like, the master of the sea and the sky. Dude got hella triggered. It's so funny. It was great TV, man. So anyway, Bitcoin Cash does look like it can break out. Another 100% gain coming. We're just waiting for that retest. All right. Looks like it may come back down to the 618 where we have a nice little chunk of liquidity here, right? But it could hold the support. Do we SR flip the zone? How do we find out? How do you know when to enter this trade? That's what everybody wants to know. All right. When you have a strong divergence on the 4 hour, which we're starting to get. All right. You're getting a strong divergence. You are getting that divergence on the 4 hour time frame. It's a good sign. You know, you'd wait for the great move is wait for the breakout and the retest of either this level here or this point of control, like something like that. You know, I don't know where they got this music. I was rocking hardcore trap. And then they just were like, nah, yo, you ain't gonna rock trap. And I was like, yo, I want that dark, misty trap. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Sorry. So, oh my God. Bro was on that when it comes to beat cash. Joining the Lifer group in the 15, absolutely stoked, man. It's recovering hard for Bitcoin. So, my thing is this, it loses this level. These are going to be the accumulation levels. We get a break back up. That's going to be a great swing trade back to the upside. Even just this level. Swinging from 240 all the way back to 336 looks like a beautiful move to the upside. All right. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Sharing your most precious asset with me, and that is your time. Welcome to the Crypto Lifer Show, baby. As we rock on every single day. How do I do it? I don't know. It seems effortless at this point, but it's not. Somehow I still gotta put my pants on in the morning. I'll tell you what, I don't know how I do it. Play the music that makes me feel good. I'm in Hong Kong on a foggy night, my man. So I do see Bitcoin Cash possibly making some gains. I still like a Cash network getting tighter and tighter in the zone. I stick to that buy zone. This thing looks like it's eventually gonna rip. It is only on KuCoin at the moment, but this thing looks so beautiful for a move. Everything in a standstill the last 2-3 days, though. Tight. Things have been tight like a toiga. All right. Nice 4 hour getting a little bit of a wish back to the upside here. Can it break us out? Can we get to the higher liquidity? 1 hour also trying to kind of flip back up. You got kind of like a shoulder, a head and a right shoulder there, right? If you can't get back above this 200 SMA, if you can't flip 29,300. Expect more downside. Really, just 29,150. You got to get above 29,150. All right. Most likely we stay inside the yellow box, the sideways action. I'll take this away because it looks like I'm saying guaranteed dump, which I'm not. You flip this area, fine. If you don't flip this area, it's likely we go down. All right. But so far, the diamond is somewhat steady. And I believe tomorrow morning when we wake up, we're sitting inside this box right here. I moved it a little bit, but we're sitting inside this box. I'll even shrink it. The smaller I make it, the harder it is to be inside, right? Somewhere like that is what I'm looking at. Will Pepe do damage the next bull run? How many? You know what? That's a great tweet. I'm going to snatch that from you. I'm really going to. I know. I'm repurposing. Can I repurpose that for a tweet? I'm going to ask you on the live, I guess. I got to be like cordial about it. But let's see. Will Pepe do damage expo on how many X? I like that. Pepe. That's a great tweet, man. We should bring you on board to tweet. If you tweet stuff like that every day, you'd be amazing for the Twitter feed. Recycle, sir, right? Cooking in the kitchen, kids and wife in the living room, watching the life. Gratitude is easy right now. Shout out to Fit for Business, man. You got the kids, you got the wife, you got the love, you got the life. It's all going well, man. Not gonna lie, it's impressive, Sam. Keep up your grind. You deserve the good things coming your way. Shout out to DJ. Hey, man, who knows what will come my way? I'll just spread the love with each and every one of you. I hope good things come my way because I'm gonna give it back to everybody else. So let's spread that love, baby. Each and every day. All different. Always and always, baby. right? Like my man Andrew Simone. Taking care of his mom and dad, doing damage. If price action is going to continue to pump, you could flag out this 1 minute. Looks like we're doing something wacky here. 21 crossing the 200 SMA is a great sign. Flipping back above the 200. And this is small ball here, but you know, you might even just get some more pumpage going on. I don't want that. I like this one. Wow, look at that. 2150. You got to get above. I'm not that impressed by this pump. It's Sunday night. You know, 29,150 is resistance. You break that, okay. That's that resistance area. We got to get back above. Still not impressed. But what I like is we're respecting the bottom part of the diamond. So far, the diamond is correct, right? I still feel like we go sideways for most of the night, but you never know. The 1 hour does have momentum. 50-minute does have momentum. At the end of the day, remember, we must have started this. We were saying 15-minute was in a falling wedge that could break to the upside, right? This is technically, I see a descending triangle for now, you know. He just came across your channel. Don't see many live streamers doing crypto. What's your CPM? Must be high if it's hard to get views on crypto channels. What's your click per million? I don't know. Asia is waking up. Let's go. Shout out to Insanity. If you want to work on my team, you're asking CPM. CB. Sounds like you want to work on our team for marketing. Email cryptolifers@gmail. All right. Also, I'm on the lookout for a passionate social media intern to join us and be an integral part of our community and lifer journey. If you're a creative mind who's genuinely enthusiastic about my content and crypto, this could be an incredible opportunity for you to gain real-world experience and work closely with me and my team, gaining valuable experience in a new media company setting. You'll be encouraged to think out the box, have your own ideas, creating engaging scripts, and interact with our fantastic community, leveraging the content we produce and combining it in ways I can't imagine. If you have what it takes and know how to make all the main social media platforms work for us, then hit up Zeno on the Lifer Discord or email us at cryptolifers@gmail. Email us at cryptolifers@gmail. All right? If you know what's going down. All right? If you feel like the person that knows it's for them already knows it's for them. And trust me, if you impress me, if things work with us, I'm going to want to keep you around. And if I want to keep you around, things are going to work. Trust me. So if I need you, if you become someone that I have to have around, you're going to have a pretty good life. All right. Hit that like button. Liver, how do we reverse a position? How does a reverse position work on MEXC? I don't know. I've never really done it. I believe you hit the button though, and it just sells out of what you're in and buys immediately back into, to the opposite. So it'll immediately sell your long and put you in a short. That's all. It'll just flip the position immediately. That's, I believe, what it will do. You know what I mean? YG and this little flag on the 1 hour wants to continue to pump. I'm wary of things that have been just out of control pumping already, though. I've also been in the sun all day. My brain is exhausted. I'll give it to you. No, I'm serious. My TA is amazing, but end of Sunday night, long day and running after the kids in the sun, I'm getting exhausted. And I should admit that. I'm supposed to be like Titan, right? Everything goes. I never go down, ever. I could slam any, But even the machine, some people call me, even the machine eventually has to recharge its batteries. All right. How much adding money to your current position, bringing down the average price? How do you calculate that? I mean, you got to see what you're down by the leverage. For instance, like if I put the dollar in and next thing I was down $10, I'm putting in $10 to balance off the leverage, right? I want to hear the famous phrase tonight. What? Savvy, cup and handy to the upside. You're amazing. We're all very lucky to have you. Shout out to Jacob Bauer. I love you, man. I get stopped out at least once a day. I lose a trade every day, but I set my stop loss around 2% or less. I love you, brother. YG up 7% since start. And XLM looks like it's going to bounce from the bottom of the channel back to the top of the channel too. Tell you, Doge looks interesting. Stellar Lumens looks interesting. I'm seeing some love out here that I wasn't seeing before. So I'd watch Stellar Lumens. This 1 hour time frame looks like an aggressive move. Only 3 people like Sunday night trading. You, John, and your sock puppets. You seem like the better ROI to me. Shout out to Twin City, man. We love you, brother. Thanks, Joe and Twin. We love you, Joe and Twin. It's summer, bro. Kids need the fun of the summer soon. It's winter. I know, right? I was able to get ETH instead. Nice. Lifer, what's going on with the API 3? I haven't looked at it in a long time. Believe it or not, I'm not a trader. I'm more like a long-term investor. I own an AC business in Miami, but I watch your show every day. I love you, brother. Pepe, how many X? Keep hustling. Lazaro, I love you, brother. I like that you're a hustler, man. And I see big things coming your way in your life, man. The fact that you're throwing out super chats and you're super positive, I think you're going to make the most money your business ever made in 2024 and beyond, man. I see big things coming for you. Lazaro Alberto, man, I love you. Thank you so much for the $9.99, man. I love people like you, man. I love people that know what they're doing, hustle, and I appreciate the support, brother. God bless you. I hope to meet you one day and shake your hand. You seem like an upstanding individual. Lifer, who do I email about joining your social media team? Got YouTube algo figured out. 25 subs in under a year. Let's do it, baby. Email cryptolifers@gmail. Cryptolifers@gmail. We need all the help we can get. I'm working so hard, but we want to work smarter. And there's got to be a better way to push this thing and to break through this algo. I need all the help I can get for sure, please. I'd appreciate it. Thank you. Maps book is funny. This guy's funny. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP and see what's happening. He said Maps book. This guy's hilarious. I'll be honest, whenever I've seen dark liquidity up here, we usually hit it. Even though I know I see liquidity down here, whenever I've seen dark liquidity on BOOKMAP, not every time, but 8 out of 10 times we hit it. So I could see us moving further up in the next couple of days to go up to 30K. All right. Jazz me, baby, jazz me. And honestly, the market's a little soft. I wouldn't rush on into anything tonight based on what I'm seeing, a little flat. Let the Sunday market break in. All right. Second week in August begin to roll out, or first week in August begin to kind of, but yeah, the second week of August begin to roll out, and we'll see what's crack-a-lacking. I'll be up early giving you guys updates in the trading group, seeing what's happening. And looking for more gains. The 1 hour actually looks pretty bullish. Look at this. It's just getting started on this Phantom 3L. Funny, right when I say get above that 200 SMA, you look for a flag on the 5 or the 7. That can flag on the 5 or the 7. That can continue. Interesting, the 1 hour looks aggressive on Phantom 3L. Like it's going to pump up even more, possibly to 003157. Interesting. Look, it's got an Adam and Eve double bottom there. Boom. Re-entered along, and it's already playing out for the win. I love you, man. You taught me well. I'm following the 9 and the 26 EMA for the trades, man. Yeah, it's just like following the 21 and like the 50, I guess, in a way. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I am sweating up a storm. I got burnt a little bit today by the sun. I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. Let's take a look, actually. Bitcoin getting a bit of a pump here. Let's get and watch this Bitcoin pump for a second. Let's not bail out too fast. Hey, at the end of the day, you know what I see too? Simply put, I like to keep it simple. Sometimes you're like, no, Lifer, you're a complex man. Sorry. I just want to leave you with one thought before I leave here. At the end of the day, that's a symmetrical triangle. That's breaking out, right? See if you can get that breakout. If you can get above 29,005, oh my goodness. If we can get through 30,004 and 30,003, everything will change. This bigger falling wedge can break to the upside and get us out of the zone. 68% chance we can break out of this. And I do see the reversal diamond. And honestly, that could be the edge of the reversal diamond. And the 4 hour could start to plow us to the upside. I'm changing my tune a little bit, I'll be honest with everybody. I'm just seeing things a little differently, more open-minded. That's definitely a diamond on the 4 hour. Look at it, it's a reversal diamond. 68% chance we break out. That's bullish. I wouldn't even open up a long until we get above 30,004 though, for me personally. I'd maybe scalp a long, but I wouldn't open up a major long. But I see some bullishness now. Again, the smaller time frames have to get us back above 29,150, 29,3, and 29,5. But this is interesting. All right. Caspa going up again for some legs. And I would just flag this out on the 1 hour time frame and watch this closely. I don't see a reason why this would stop for now until we get a major bearish divvy. My target's 5.8, 293. We go up like 15% for Caspa. I'd watch that on the 1 hour time frame. Bullish. Bullish. Not as beat as raw though. Amen. All right, everyone. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you so much for being here with me every single day. I don't know how we do it. Honestly, don't. Some nights I'm like, there's no way I'm going live tonight. I don't think I'm going to be able to stand up. And I throw some water on my face. I drink some lemon water. I listen to the beats. I get into the moment. I start looking at the charts. I get excited. And I'm back here with you guys every single day, baby. And nothing stops. And I wake up the kids and my wife gets pissed. And I scream and yell downstairs and I need my own soundproof room. But you know what? Right when I screamed like that, the chart went to 177.7. It did. It was 77s. I'm telling you right now. I love each and every one of you. God bless you all. Thank you so much for being here. Look at these tired eyes, man. I love you. Thank you. I'll see y'all tomorrow. We're not going to stop till we're all multimillionaires Lamboing up, giving money to the poor, throwing food out the whip. You know what I mean? Like, yo, you need some food. Now you need some food. Taking care of the world and doing the right thing. That's the lifers, baby. We're going to do it together, one day at a time. I'm showing up every single day. You show up every single day to your life. And we're going to do the best we can. And we're going to live in love. Love is the strongest frequency. You can, you will, you are the best. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do something with your life. Stay away from negative people and negative situations. Stay away from drugs and alcohol. Stay positive. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to get there. I got there. I'm still getting there. I'm going to get there every single day, baby. Let's eat. Remember Marshawn Lynch? I love each and every one. Ezekiel Elliott. I love y'all, man. God bless. Be safe. Girls and boys, lifers, gentlemen, all the, if there's lifers and lifettes out there, ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. Have a wonderful night. Stay blessed. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Over and out. Crypto's life.